Can we continue again? Now we have a look. When should government avoid using trade barriers? When? So before this, Paul Krugman raised the issues. Okay, Krugman accused that strategic trade policy aimed at establishing domestic firms in dominant position in the global industry. It's like a beggar tied neighbor policy that boosts national income at the expense of other nations, other countries, and then a country that attempts to use such a policy will probably provoke retaliation. In many cases, the resulting trade war between two or more interventionist governments will leave all countries involved worse than if they had adopted a hands-off approach in the first place. So, if the United States government were to respond to the Airbus subsidy by increasing its own subsidies to Boeing, Boeing is the what we call that US based firms, for example, the result might be that the subsidies will be cancel each other. Okay, in the process, both European and US taxpayers will end up supporting an expensive and pointless trade war, and both Europe and United States will be worse off. This is what the Krugman issues. Krugman, Paul Krugman raised these issues. So how to do this? Okay, then we take a look for a while. Okay, so when it depends. Actually, it's no such a specific answer. So regarding this, we say uh, this is what the WTA seeks to do. This means okay, according to Krugman also, the answer is probably is not to engage in retaliant action, but to help establish rule of the games that minimize the use of trade distorting subsidies. In terms of subsidy, we have to take a look first. Is it beneficial to the country or bring harm to the taxpayers? We have to take a look. So if in this case like Airbus and Boeing, so both increase the subsidies. Uh, Airbus increase subsidies, Airbus get subsidies from the government, and then Boeing get the subsidies from their government, so both get subsidies. So at the end of the day, both sell at cheaper price. So the one who suffer is the taxpayers. So this is the issue. So sometimes when they see and discuss, they have to avoid this. Through what way we have to go to, they have to meet and they have to see to the WTO platform. They use the proper platforms. And how has the current world trading system, what we call that, emerged? We have a look again. Until Great Depression 1930s, most countries had some degrees of protectionism. Give a look here. Great Depression 1960, and after World War II, US nationalized the value of free trade, and then the establishment of GATT, General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. Okay, all people, all many countries, almost. I can say I cannot give exact figures, but many countries joined this GATT under WTO, and in 1980s and early 90s, protectionist trend has emerged. So Japan's perceived protectionist. Okay, policies created intense political pressure in other countries. Okay, Japan, well known as protection. At the beginning, we exporting mangosteen, mangosteen, manggis, to Japan. And manggis and banana, pisang mas. We also export. Malaysia export to Japan. However, the quality control is very high. We need to come out with very perfect products, and I think the producer already tired. I haven't heard any company selling bananas to Japan nowadays. I mean, one or two, but I'm not sure. But I seldom heard. But before, yes, this is because of the protectionist policy. Okay, and use non-tariff barriers increase is the trend in 1980s and 1990s. Non-tariff barriers is in terms of regulation, procedures, and so many things. And how's the current world trading? Okay, the current world trading system emerged. It started with the Uruguay round of GATT negotiation begin 1986. So one of the important elements is the IPR, intellectual properties right. Okay, it's going beyond manufactured goods to address trade issues related to the service and intellectual properties and agriculture, and the form of the WTO World Trade Organization. We have to be a member of this. Okay, and then WTO comprises of GATT along with two sisters organizations. GATS, General Agreement on Tariff and Services, GATS, and TRIPS. I assign you in the assignment, so you have to know this. TRIPS, Trade Related Intellectual Property Rights. And WTO has emerged as an effective advocate and facilitator in future trade deals. I mean, WTO will monitor the implementation of the world policy. If we're not a member of WTO, we'll be in trouble. Okay. And most countries adopted WTO recommendation trade dispute. So at the end of the day, they will refer back to the WTO policy to solve the dispute. Right? Finish already. Is that fast? Okay, this is WTO. So basically, we cover up all of the chapters. Chapter 6, political economy integrate. When talking about political economy, political is meaning that the government, economy is the economy. Government interfere in the economy. Interfere in what way? Using the tax mechanisms, policies mechanism, manage mechanism. First, because they want to protect the local firms, stimulates local economies, protect the infant industries in the countries, many things. So when they get involved in this, so we call it as political economy. So basically, in this context, the government, the country actually cannot stop at all, cannot simply stop. Okay, let's say Japan want to export cars to Malaysia. We can't simply stop. Okay, you Japan, you cannot export cars here to Malaysia. We cannot do that. So how we have to allow them, but at the same times, we try to protect locals. How to protect? We use tax. We use procedures, custom procedures, migration, many things. So that's how we call as political economy of international trade, because political economy actually in huge area. So political economy of what? Of international trade. So hopefully already is clear. So all of it clear. This is the tools. So we finished chapter 6 already. Thank you very much.